So come on up, sir. I will swear you in again, as is my practice when there's a witness on the stand for a second day.
I have one more thing real quick.
Well, it needs to be other than subject matter jurisdiction, so what is it?
You didn't even let me get to it.
I said, what is it? I said it needs to be something other than subject matter jurisdiction.
Can I
What
get
is
to it?
You can sit.
There's no way to know what I'm going to say if I can't say it.
Mr. Brooks, please tell me what it is you'd like to address.
I want to address why my ICFs have not been addressed, because I know you have them. Why have I not getting copies? I've gotten copies of every other ICF. Why not the recent ones?
Sir, I am not going to be the intermediary anymore for ICFs that are directed to the clerk of court regarding copies.
That's not explaining why I haven't.
I'm not the keeper of the record, so if there's something
received.
you want me to address, then you should address your ICF to me and not the clerk of court.
Well, where is the ICF?
Sir,
if I sent it, I should be able to get a copy. I've gotten copies of every single one.
You need to ask for that from the clerk of court.
Whether they were addressed to you or whether they were addressed to the clerk of courts, I've always been told.
I'm not going to address that further, Mr. Brooks. I'm not going to be the intermediary when you have questions to the clerk of court.
So what's the point of me sending the ICF, me doing what you asked me to do, and sending them, and then not being able to know if they've even been received and get a copy of them, which I've been getting copies of them ever since.
If you did not ask for a copy of the ICF, they don't have any obligation to
I
send it.
I addressed it when I first sent it. I asked you on the record, did you receive it?
Mr. Brooks, I didn't receive anything because nothing has been sent to me.
Well,
so
where's the
if
ICF?
There's something that you need, then you should reach back out to the clerk of court.
I shouldn't have to do
but
that.
We're not
if
going
I
to
sent
take
it.
up court time regarding an ICF sent to the clerk of court. Again, I will advise you once again, I did this the other day, if there's something case related, it needs to be addressed to me. If it has to do with the record, it needs to go to the clerk of court.
And it was.
Because I am
sent
not
to the clerk of court.
But
I still should be able to be told if it was received and get a copy, which you've done that before, every single ICF.
And I told you I would no longer be doing that, sir, because of this very issue. It
so
takes
you saying
so
now
time.
It changes? So now it changes all of a sudden?
No, it didn't change all of a sudden, sir, and you know that. So don't try to confuse the record.
Does it change all of a sudden? Because I've been getting copies of everything I've sent, which is what you asked me to do.
This changed last week, and you know that.
It shouldn't change.
So
no, I don't know it.
I'm bringing the jury out, and I'm not addressing this issue.
So I want the copy of my ICFs that I send.
Send the request to the
I don't
clerk's
have to send her another request. Where's the one that I just sent last week?
All right, the jury is going to come out, so please be respectful.
I will, but at the same time, you still have to. I did what you asked me to do. If you tell me to do something and I do it, and then now you're saying I'm not going to get a copy, which you've been providing them ever since you told me to do it.
Mr. Brooks, the rules on that changed last week.
No, it did not. I'm still supposed to be able to say if it's been received or not. So why should I have to send multiple ICFs to even know if they've been received? That's ridiculous, Your Honor.
I'm going to give the parties the final version of jury instruction 60, which I will be reading at the appropriate time.
Come on, you can't change stuff at the last minute. You
No,
asked me
Mr.
to
Brooks,
do something.
I did it as a courtesy, and frankly, you're not courteous to me.
I'm not even
the jury's coming out.
I'm not even
The
referring
record
to
should
that.
reflect that the jury is coming out.
I'm referring to the fact that you haven't even had enough respect to tell me it's been received.
Please be respectful to the jury. They're coming out.
Okay, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't be able to tell me if my ICF has been received. ICFs that you told me to submit. You told me that.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will disregard the commentary by Mr. Brooks.
I accept for value in return for value this document. Just like you've been hiding everything from the jury that they need to use.
The jury will disregard. The court is not hiding anything from the jury.
Yeah, you are.
So,
Mr.
Brooks, please be respectful of the jury. They're coming out.
You should be respectful of what you asked me to do.
You are addressing issues that are not related to evidence
in
this case.
You asked me to do
Mr.
something,
Brooks,
I do it.
Please.
And then now it changes.
Everyone can be seated. Thank you.
This is ridiculous. Just like subject matter jurisdiction hasn't been proved. Just like you're making judicial determinations that you don't have to prove anything by law.
Hold on.
Which is a tacit agreement by you, Your Honor.
Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, please disregard the statements currently being made by Mr. Brooks.
Why? Because it's true?
Incorrect statements of the law. They
then prove that they're incorrect. Prove.
In this case.
Where's the proof? Where's the legal proof?
And you need to disregard them.
Because you don't have it.
And we are going to continue with testimony, Mr. Brooks. I warn you, do not interrupt
I don't
We
identify by
will
that
have a
name.
discussion about whether you will continue to be here.
I don't
All right.
consent to being called that name for the record.
Detective Carpenter, please stand, as is my practice when a witness is on the stand for a second day to be sworn in again. Go ahead, Teresa. Please raise your right
Lie
hand.
to the jury.
Do you solemnly swear that the testimony you're about to give shall be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you God?
Yes.
Thank you, sir. And just for the record, please state your name for day 2.
Detective Jay Carpenter, Jaycarpenter.
All right, thank you. Go ahead, you may continue.
Sir, yesterday when we ended for the day, we were at the point where we were talking about you interviewing the defendant, Darrell Brooks, on November 21st, 2021 at approximately 11 o'clock p.m. Do you recall that?
Objection. I don't consent to being called that name for the record.
Objection is overruled.
Yes, I do
Grounds
recall
for the
that.
overrule.
Not relevant.
Yeah, it is relevant.
Your Honor,